something that was on my mind. I figured I'd share. A couple guys lately I've been talking to about their fitness journeys and getting started and where to start. And it's easy to kind of get into the mindset when you're like me and you spend the majority of your time in research mode, education, and surrounding yourself with fitness related um, subjects, that you can sometimes forget that people don't, they're not as educated, or they don't have all the knowledge, or they still, sometimes they still have views that you might have had 20 years ago, and you think that, and you look back at it and laugh now because it seems silly, but you have to remind yourself that everybody starts somewhere, and everybody has um, a reason, a place that they want to be at, and a goal they want to get to. A couple guys lately I've been talking to, and not calling anybody out, you know what I'm saying? Uh, if you listen to this and it was you, it was several guys, so don't think I'm targeting anybody. But a couple guys that I've talked to that want to lose weight, um, they said the same thing to me, and the thing that they said was, you know, they want to lose fat first. They want to get rid of their fat before they try to build. So I just wanted to kind of address that. Um, you're not doing yourself any favors by waiting to start lifting weights. Okay. I know that it is a misconception that if you touch a weight, you're just gonna grow into some mass monster. That's really not the case. To be honest, there's two things that are important, that are most important when you start on your lifting journey, and that is to understand the difference between a calorie deficit and a calorie surplus. Um, if you're in a deficit, you're gonna lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've never lifted weights before and you start touching weights, yeah, you're gonna grow a little bit of muscle mass. You're gonna get what I call noob gains. Um, but at the same time, those don't last forever, and they're not gonna be significant enough to where, like, you're not gonna go from whatever you are now to looking like a contest level bodybuilder. Like, that's just not reality. Um, the only possible way that you would even get close to that is enhancement drugs, and honestly, even with enhancement drugs, like, most people just don't have the genetics to come close to that. So it just really depends. So people tell me, hey, I want to lose fat first before I get into it. Well, I'm here to tell you the best way to lose fat is to start lifting weights. The cardio is not going to be nearly as beneficial for you throughout the day than lifting weights. I think movement is important, getting your steps in is important, but the weights is going to benefit you in that weight loss journey just as much as being in a calorie deficit and jumping on the treadmill. So just consider that, because you're gonna add muscle to your frame, or the muscle that you have, you're going to sculpt it to where, as you're losing fat, it's showing through better, and you're going to have a better look at the end of that weight loss journey than if you wait and you end up looking like, I don't know, a skinny fat guy, or just not maybe have a bunch of loose skin or something like that. Which, if you're losing a significant amount of weight, you're probably still gonna have loose skin, like, let's be honest. But you could definitely help mitigate that by hitting the weight room. So I think that if we focus on that, you're gonna burn more calories. Your metabolism is going to be higher the more muscle mass you carry. So just because if I tell a guy, hey, you know, start lifting weights, you're going to add some muscle, I don't mean you're going to add Nick Walker size muscle, man. I just mean you're going to, you know, tell your body that, hey, you need this fuel source to go towards building and repairing this muscle tissue that you've damaged by lifting weights, so that you can, you know, utilize it for the purpose of it, which is to, you know, support your bone structure, support your vital organs, and movement and strength and balance, and a lot of things that, you know, you take advantage of while you're young. But as you age, you will realize that the less muscle you have, the worse off you are, because now you don't have, your muscles are deteriorating, and you don't have the skeletal structure to do basic things like, you know, walk from the car to the house, or grab the bag of dog food out the back of your truck and throw it onto the porch. Those things are important for longevity, and those things are important for just walking around at a higher metabolism, to where if you have some cheat days or whatever, once you get to where you want to be, you know, it doesn't do that much damage, because your system is running a lot better, and all that is achievable through lifting weights. So just kind of some thoughts I had today while chilling, watching some Netflix. Figured I'd share with you guys. Thanks.